And if you don't grasp the real concept of what it should be now, it doesn't mean that you're saying that you are ready to fail.
Yeah.
It's saying be prepared for the world of real to present itself at any point in time. Don't get caught up in the world of fake. And me acting as if I control these numbers, as if I can navigate and direct and make it happen when and how I want all the time, I'm setting myself up. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna check myself now.
Yeah.
Let me balance it out now.
Huge.
What are you doing? I love what I do. All right, well then let's be happy in what we do. I talked to David Letterman on my comedy podcast, right? Comedy Gold Mines. And Letterman said he was so dark at one point because all he did was show up and he looked at the numbers between him and the other shows every day.
Oh my God, that's painful. Yeah.
Every day.
Like Instagram numbers.
He said every day I got there and I looked at it and I would, my team, you were not working hard enough and I was so hard. He said I was so hard on people. And when you hear him talk, love David. By the way, I don't know the Letterman of old that some people ran into. I know the Letterman of now. And he's so transparent, the information and how he talks and what he's overcome. His stories were just, it was so good to hear. Because when you hear people that are openly telling you, you can't do this, you can't operate like this, because it eats away at you. It eats away. It made me realize I did go through a piece of that. I just was able to catch mine early.
And in the worry of like, we might fail, we risk being open to being broken, right? Like that's the risk. Like you don't want to go down, but you don't realize that if you're not prepared for that down, the down's going to be far worse.
It's going to be far worse, man.
Yeah.
We have had a live example of a lot of those downs, right? Like in real time, we're watching, I call it The Truman Show. And for everybody listening to your podcast, if you're not familiar with The Truman Show, it's a Jim Carrey movie. But basically, you know, people's lives, it's the movie, right? We're watching real life movies every single day. And you're watching people make mistakes, recover from mistakes, not recover from mistakes, make rights instead of lefts, lefts instead of rights. And seeing that, we choose to ignore it as if it's not real life.
Yeah.
We choose to ignore it.
Because it feels like it's TV.
And the biggest drug, it's not cocaine, it's not heroin, it's not Molly or opioids. And the biggest drug is fame.
And now it's more accessible in different doses.
It's the biggest drug. Yeah. And the reason why it's the biggest drug, because it's a drug that makes you feel like you are powerful and like everywhere you go, anything you want, everything you want, it's a thing. And if you can't handle this thing, the consequences attached to when that thing is removed are severe.